God bless our ancestors for coming up with this amazing recipe. Who came up with mixing vegetables with dried fish powder, shrimp powder, and some spices to create those wonderful condiments. Oh, you deserve a special place in heaven. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm giving you a warm welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today we are making shito, so stay tuned and see how I make it. So I begin by blending my vegetables and all my spices together with enough water. Here's how it should look like once it's blended. Now this first step is totally optional. You don't need to add meat chunks to your shito, but then it gives it a nice kick. You have something to munch on whilst you eat your shito, you know, when you add this. So I begin by cooking my beef. I didn't steam it, I just had to, you know, fry it straight away in the oil. So the goal is to have it become golden brown. You can leave it in to become very hard if you want to, and then you set that aside. The next thing I do is bring my blended mix into the saucepan. Note that I didn't start with oil. I find that when you begin with oil, it splatters a lot and it will just make a mess. So I prefer to start without the oil. So the goal is just to, you know, cook this until it's dry, until all the water has evaporated. So here I'm adding my chili powder. I decided to add them in bits because I'd already added some fresh peppers. So I just wanted to check the level of the pepper in it. So add to your taste. You can have mild shito or hot shito. Well, it should look like this when most of the water has come out of it, has evaporated, and then I add the oil. So one thing you should know about making shito, it takes a lot of oil. I use about 1.5 liters of oil for this. It will take, and you need the oil to fry your base. You can't do without it. It's needed here. So next up, I add the fish and the shrimp powder. I prefer the fine, you know, fish powder. There are those that would prefer the coarse one. My sister, for one, she doesn't like fine fish powder or shrimp powder on her shito, so you use whichever one you prefer. You will notice that once these two powders go in, it's like the oil just vanishes. You no longer see the oil, so you have to add extra oil, you know, that will help with the frying and, you know, cooking of the shito. And please, once you add these powders, you reduce the fire. Okay, reduce it. It should be low, the lowest setting of your fire, or else you're going to burn your shito. Shito is not one thing that you do and then you leave it and do something else. You have to keep an eye on it. You have to keep an eye on it. Low heat, keep an eye on it. Stir it occasionally, or else you're going to end up with burnt shito. So as it's cooking, the oil will start to form on top of it. That's how you know that it's getting to the finishing line. So you keep on stirring until it's totally. And one thing too is that as it cooks, the color changes. So you move from a red color to a beautiful dark color. So as it cooks, I decide to add the meat chunks. Then, you know, just continue stirring, cooking, and keeping an eye on it. You can put this condiment on any and everything from rice, banku, kinke, bread, samosas. So it should look like this when it's done. All the oil forms on top beautifully. This took over an hour to do. It's a labor of love, seriously, but then it's worth it in the end. So that's that. You should store your shito in glass jars ideally, but then if you don't have and you have plastic containers, you do that and keep them in the refrigerator or even the freezer for as long as it's needed. So over here, I'm just, you know, dishing everything out in my jars. I'm going to give some of these out to my darlings, so hence the small jars. So I fill this 5e first, and then I pour the rest into a container and then kept in the refrigerator. I hope you do give this recipe a try when you can. It's not the most difficult thing to do, and you'll enjoy the end result. So thanks for watching. See you in my next one. Bye.